You can't hear me. Yo, what's up, Braden? Thank you for jumping in. Emily, thank you for jumping in. Can you hear me now? Hey, yep, that's what happens when you don't do this for a while. You meet yourself and don't realize it. Thanks, everyone. So, I was trying to say, we're got some Gridiron work that I want to do. There's a lot of tickets that need review, or PRs that need review. There are a couple of mine that I need to do. They're relatively small, so I should be able to get them done relatively quickly. And I also want to build out a testimonials component for my personal website. I started asking people for that. Of course, as soon as I'm live, my dealership calls me. So give me 1 second. All right, cool. The good news is my car is done. The bad news is now I have to go pick up and pay for it, but that can wait. Okay, so yeah, asked a couple of people for testimonials just to for LinkedIn, but also I want to put them on my website, and I want to build a component for that. So let's first start with Gridiron. As you can see, we have 9 PRs currently open. There's a couple of draft ones in here, one of which are mine, and yeah, so. Let's I'm gonna actually just check my Discord real quick, see what is actually ready for a PR. We have a Discord that only we access, which is nice, but I made a forums channel in there so that way people can, let us know, because yeah, we all get emails. We get a ton of emails from GitHub, but it's kind of a lot. So here, actually, I could show you that. I don't typically show my Discord on here, but that's we do it for now. Come on, Discord. There you go. All right, so in here, and I'm gonna just change the view so it's cumbersome. So in our Gridiron Survivor channel, we have those Gridiron code reviews. Yeah, all the GitHub notifications. It's a lot. And I set this up so we have a bunch of different tags. Your average gamer. Hey, hello. Thank you for jumping in the chat. Appreciate it. And the stream. So we have all these different tags that I try to do just to keep things organized. So help needed is just for general questions. PR review request is, well, when you need a PR. This merge tag is just so we can, I don't want to close the issues themselves or the forum posts as they're called in Discord, only because then you lose the history. And I think it's nice to be able to go back and view your older posts if you ever need to do it. And we do try to keep some conversation inside GitHub, but this at least we can have a little bit more real-time collaboration with each other, which is something that I felt was missing. There were a lot of times where I would make one small change to my code and all of a sudden I'd be waiting for another review, right? So instead now we can just actually collaborate a little bit more seamlessly, as we are all asynchronous. We're all over the nation, and yeah. So in here I could just click this and filter it out. You could select multiple, but we're just going to look at open PRs, and this is post guidelines. This is Jason's beautiful meme of Shashi, because none of us were prepared for PR review. So all right, we're just going to start at the top. So Eddie had a bug with the scroll bar issue. I know for a fact this is actually done. It's just waiting for review, and I know his fix in here. So okay, I've snoozed ads for y'all for a few minutes. All right, so in here, it was just a small change to the section inside of here, as well as adding the padding here. So this inline padding is important for mobile views, just so that way your content isn't butting up against the side of things. And there was an extra column here. So I'm just gonna approve this because I know already what happened. Normally I would be a little bit more thorough, but this was also a very simple one. So of course, we still can't merge and squash and merge it. This is pending review of Shashi. So for those of you that haven't worked with PRs and stuff in GitHub, where are we for adding mobile? So That's a good question. Shashi, when we originally started, said that we're focusing only on desktop first, and so I could open up the design as well, so we could show you. I kind of been just making responsive pages and stuff in as I go. So mobile should essentially be there already. And it's funny you asked that, Jason, because when I first started designing like the login page, for example, I think it was the first page that I took on. We had a mobile layout right off the bat, and you could see here actually, we had my computer is not liking all this, but that's okay. We had these different layouts, so I was like, oh great, we're going fully responsive, and then I came to find out, oh no, we're just doing desktop. So it's a little bit of a, I hate to say it's a little bit of a gray area right now, but suffice to say, I know I've been adding it as a UX engineer on the team. And it's relatively quick and easy, this responsiveness. It's not a very complicated UX whatsoever. So, yeah, so that's our login page, and our registration page is basically the same thing. And then down here, you could actually see our weekly picks page. So, again, it's the same thing no matter what. It's just maybe, how wide these are versus up here. But the actual content space is about the same size after you get to the tablet size and higher. Your average gamer, that's a really good question. So Gridiron Survivor is a US, or I have to specify because people might be all around the world. It's a US football survivor, like fantasy app sort of thing. So a football survivor league, we can go into that later. Gridiron Survivor, though, we have a real client we're building a real app for, or a web app for. Previously, he was managing this through Excel spreadsheets, and I mean, I can't imagine managing a league with I don't know how many people in it, and all different entries and taking care of the games, and it was all emails and spreadsheets and a ton of manual work. And so Shashi, who is not just he's like a mentor to all of us, but he's also leading the project. He's the project manager. He's like the CTO essentially. He is friends with this guy, Rudy, who we're developing it for. And he's like, hey, I have a bunch of developers looking for work in my Discord. This would be a really good opportunity for them to get maybe more job-like experience. And so that's how Gridiron Survivor came to be. Is Shashi said, hey, let me mentor and basically make a work environment for these developers. We're not currently getting paid for it, so I don't want anyone to think like, oh, we're making money off of this. We're not. If the app actually makes money in the future, we can, but we're all doing this for the experience. And you could say, oh, that's a scam, like it's a real product and stuff. And I've had people say, it feels a little bit shisty, and it would if I didn't know Shashi personally. Knowing Shashi, I met him at that conference. I knew him on Twitter a little bit before this past January. Shashi's not going to do that to us. And if anything, Gridiron Survivor and Shashi has provided so much to everyone that's a part of it. The experience, the knowledge, the wisdom, everything has been amazing. So right now we're using NextJS and React. We're using AppWrite for authentication. Actually, AppWrite is one of our sponsors for the program. So can I snooze this one? I can snooze ads. So NextJS, AppWrite for authentication database. We might be able to take advantage of their messaging feature, which is pretty cool, where you can message your users directly. And what else? We're using ShadCN for components, Tailwind for styling. AppWrite represent, yeah. Jason, last conversation were still just for desktop. I'd imagine it's not a big deal breaker if it's working, but if it turns into a problem, I drop it. Yeah, no, it's honestly not a problem whatsoever. Everything seems to be functioning as expected right now. I don't think there's any new pages we're creating that aren't responsive. So Shashi is the shadiest cat I've met. Oh yeah, so I should also say we are sponsored. We're sponsored by AppWrite. We're sponsored by Pastel, Front-End Mentor, and GitKraken is our newest sponsor. So you'll see me using GitKraken a little bit. Oh, by the way, how's the volume? Tell me if the music's too loud, too soft, if I'm too loud, too soft. Okay, so this one is oh, so I didn't even awesome, thank you. Thank you both. Just need to get my stream manager back up. So as before I jumped away, Shashi, for those of you that don't know what pull requests are, when you're working on a team, and it doesn't have to be a team, I'm doing PRs in my personal projects now too. A pull request is, hey, here's the code base, and then I'm presenting changes I want to make to that code base. You submit a pull request, and in this case, we have people that need to review and approve it in order for it to be merged into that code. As a code owner, we have two. We have Shashi and Mike. Mike isn't involved in the project. He helps out really if need be, but it's just another senior dev that Shashi trusts, and so that's why he's a code owner on here. We do need one of their approvals before we can actually merge our pull requests into the branch. And in this case, we're merging to the develop branch. Our main branch hasn't been updated since our very first MVP release a few months ago. All right, so that one's approved. Let's go back to Discord. And now I can move this back off screen. All right, so the next one I'm going to look at is add notification when user signs out. Okay. I like that. Smooth as puppies rolled in butter, baby. You mean baby butter? What is butter, baby? Oh, maybe you're just saying butter, comma, baby. All right. So first thing I like to do is just get a complete understanding of what the ticket is for. So we could look at our actual issue. I'm sure that he also just copy and pasted, but we'll see. Okay. So this is just Shashi saying to work with Alex, who's another engineer of ours. I think, let me check Discord on this one. I think there was a little bit of, okay, looking at the conversation, this is not ready. So this is where a little bit of that, like, I think I'm a little bit anal in terms of things, and you can see that with like the Discord organization that I've done. But in my mind, this is not ready for review, and so I'm sorry, this one. This was not ready for review after some comments of theirs. So butter comma baby. Yeah, no, I'm never, it's fine. I just like things done a certain way, and I like to look at things automatically and understand what they're doing. So, back at all of our PRs, and I can zoom in here so it's a little easier for y'all to see. We've got an open pull request here, but then we have drafts. So what I'll do anytime I am submitting a PR, and you can see that right here, is if I know it's ready, I'll make it a full PR. If it's not ready and I just want people to look at it, I'll make it a draft PR. Or if changes are made, or if I'm blocked by something, I will then make it a draft PR. So at quick glance, you can see it is or is not ready for review. Because now, I have to like figure it out. Like, oh, what am I doing with this? Right. And again, it's good that we have the Discord channel, but yeah, let's review that real quick. Okay, so Carlos is saying at 2 o'clock yesterday, it should be good now. But then it looks like there was a change. Okay, I'm going to wait. I'm just going to ask if this is ready for review. And we'll move on. Sorry, I'm just going through our Discord real quick. Which, again, I guess I could share this so y'all don't think I'm just typing away at nothing. The lack of border radius on the on-screen chat disturbs me. Yeah, yeah, Wally. So, actually, I thought there was border radius on it. Is there not? Yeah, I know you did. I know. Yeah, no, so yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna have to make updates to it. I made the mask for my camera one time, and then I made the stream elements chat another. We could update that. Yeah, I know. I noticed it beforehand. And you know what? I said it was good enough. Let's see if I can do it. I don't love stream. I don't love any solution really for getting chat in here. I'm not gonna lie. But that's okay. Position, size, and style, opacity, rotation. Is there nothing here that I can actually increase this on? Unless this is... Yeah, let's leave a site. Is this... Did I import this in there? I wonder. No. No, I did not. Okay, chat. Yeah, it's a real bummer. I can't do anything for that. That sucks. Yeah, because there's also a lack of padding. Obviously. Grinds my gears. Layers maybe? No, that's just all of them. I just want to be able to use CSS for everything. Is that so bad? Right, I'm not missing anything here. It is interesting to me that it's even rounded at all. Like there's any sort of border radius, but hey. Weird. Alright, well, we tried. We tried. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. What's going on? That's good. You're the first one since I started streaming again. We like that. We like that. All right, so in here, and again, I'll increase the font size and move this over. Oh God, I hate Discord so much sometimes. So I just asked Carlos if this is ready for review at 2 o'clock. He said it was, but now it's not. So, or at least I'm not sure that it is after he asked about importing functions. So we will see. This is another one from my animate pickbooking functional. So this is a draft, which I know I can ignore. Okay, so this is an audit page. Where's Karina's? And this is a draft as well. Okay, this is actually, I can unfollow this. That was merged. And I believe I updated my tags. Nope. Okay, that was a question. Okay. Man, I'm streaming, so I'm using right now my iPad as a second screen, and it is a little too small for this. That's okay. UI UX update week page. Okay, this was merged. I can unfollow this. So that's the one thing that's annoying with Discord is obviously it's not going to link. And I'm sure there's better tools for this, but for what we're using right now, it's been working quite well. People liked it a lot. It was actually something that was mentioned in our team retrospective that we did of things that went well or things that they like. So, okay, bug. Let's see. What's the status of this? Okay, I don't see this. So is this approved? Let's see. Okay, this was merged. You're getting called out via my stream. It's all right. She's actually one of the better ones on doing this, so that's okay. I'm kind of using this time to not just go through pull requests, but also update and clean up my items here. So, bug scar. Okay, we know that. We know that. We know this. Okay, add and learn alert notifications. Is this ready for review? Hey, Average Think Gamer, thank you so much for jumping in. Enjoy your coding, good luck, and have fun. I appreciate you sticking around and giving me a follow. It's much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so here to couple the login account function, cleaned everything up and switched the router type to app router instance. Hey, oh my, you just got called out and now you're here? What's going on? It's like someone told her. Yeah, really? Maya was catching straights and she wasn't even here. User router for next navigation works perfectly fine. I don't have to change my function params. What a great Friday. I love this. The only change now is login account in other places. Login and they can take the same params, no adjustments needed. Let's just ask Alex. It was all the way from, yeah. All right, again, so I'm not entirely sure if this is ready for review. It looks like there are still things that need to be resolved. So, I will say this is likely not. No. And notification when a user signs out. Yes, of course, you definitely need music as a stream. Oh, we checked that one. Okay. Reduce. This is something that I definitely don't know, but 2 weeks ago, changes were asked. I know this isn't ready. Registration page tests. What's going on with this one, Mai? Since you're here, I can ask you straight up on it. Yes. Oh, I see. Okay, we're hitting a rate limiting issue. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm not a boss, so I'm not gonna be the one to ask this, but I wish that we would make anything that we're blocked on at the moment a draft PR. So that way at a glance I could just see. That's right. I remember that now. What a pain in the behind. Okay, this is conflicts. And you know, I was just saying before, I'm anal about some things, but you know how I am. I just like organization. Is there not a for this? Sorry, guys, I gotta zoom this out real quick. We try. Maya, I only called you out before because I had to edit one of the tags on your posts. But that's me being a dick, so it's fine. We like to have fun at Gridiron Survivor. All right, we'll just ask Alex about this. don't know if this is the Alex I want because of streamer mode. I think it is. Yeah. Okay, code reviews. There's much less than I thought I would have to do, so that's fine. All right, so let's look at the sprint board. I know I have a couple of things to do. Yeah, it's a good question, Mai. So I think I'm just going to finish this real quick. I already have the branch going. Well, I have other branches going as well, but I can actually finish this now. So, all right. All right, so I want this version. All right, and here we see Alex saying he should delete the magic thing. Perfect. Cool. Good. All right, let's get cracking because I'm using get cracking. Very original. Very original. Mm. I gotta say, every time I open up Get Cracking, it pops in my head. Get cracking with Get Cracking. Yep, dude, I know it's been way too. Oh, dude, Wally, you have to use that for next Thursday stream if you can make it. All right, so dude, it's warm in here. Okay, I'm still learning my way around this, so I'm trying to fully understand it and how to use it, I should say. I like it, but I just need to fully learn it. So I don't, not to say that I don't care about Jennifer, but I don't care about her branch right now. Yeah, there's a lot here. Listen, I had a hoodie on before, all right, and I will have to change that out of this sooner rather than later, though. That's for sure. All right, so I want to make sure this is up to date. So I pulled it, and it says, "But what's this one here?" Richard, I thought you were on pizza duty. All right, let's. All right, I'm gonna grab develop. I'm gonna drag it and drop it on top of here. All right, that's what Shashi made me do the other day. But I think I'm good to go. You can't. All right, we're going to dark mode, and let's turn on my bias lighting. Yeah. Sorry, just couldn't reach it. Please forgive. Okay. We can close out of this. So this was a super simple ticket for me. Oh, maybe I should not have my VS Code on the right side. How about that? So yeah, this was a super simple ticket that took a little longer than I wanted it to. I don't like that we're being constrained to an old version of Prettier. Like Prettier V3 is out, and we're on 2 and change. So I don't love that, but it is what it is, right? I would love to live in a hoodie full year round. That's for sure. Yeah, because I think I'm not, I forget what it is that's making us use Prettier version 2.7. I think it is. I'm unsure if it's the linting or I think it has to do with the linting or something like that. But so that means we're stuck using it, and which is fine. Like it works, right? But that also means that I can't use the latest version of the Tailwind plugin. So yeah, like something we're using is incompatible with the newer version of Prettier. So oh, I certainly try to live in a hoodie year round. Yeah. So oh, you can leave. I want to shoot. Grab this, and we're gonna uninstall it first. Okay, cool. PNPM uninstall. Nope, that's maybe because I didn't spell it right. And I just want to check our Prettier version. Just confirm. Yeah, okay, so we're on version 2.3. Not even 2.7, if there isn't even. So now I just want to make sure, I'm assuming if you install, how could I install a specific version of this though? What is it usually, that at syntax? Like at 4.1, I think is what I need. Hey, excellent, that worked. No, I don't stream. For Node, I just use npm version 18. You can remove the entire line in package.json and run npm install to remove it. Oh, interesting. Braden, see, it pays to know people that are smarter than you. This is how we learn things. All right, that's done. So then I just want to run Prettier everywhere. All right, so now I'm gonna have a buttload of changes, but that's okay. We just want to get Prettier ran on everything. So, and please no merge conflicts. Good luck. But once this is pushed, people will have to make sure they pull from this to get the the actual version that we're looking for. And I just want to make sure that my Prettier ignore is good. Yeah, okay, perfect. Oh, so does anyone here know or use CZ commit? It's only Mac and Linux. It's not available for Windows. So Richard doesn't, I'm sure, can't use it. Well, maybe for work now, Richard can use it. See, so here, I'll show you. Let's clear this. Git add. CZ commit. It's actually got another name. I forget the full name of it. It's a really nice tool for cases where we're using like our strict rules that we're using for making commits. And anytime you're using conventional commits. So because we have the certain structure that Shashi wants us to follow, right? I could go ahead and make my own commit message and it's not going to work. But so it's something you have to install, but it's worth it. So then my terminal has this here. So you can arrow down and choose what it is you're doing, right? So fix, feed, docs, style, whatever. And this all aligns with conventional commits. This is really come in handy as well when I'm working on deals for devs. So, Eddie, what is going on, my man? Thank you for jumping in. What are you all just getting off of work? Yeah, and it sort of just walks you through so that way you know your commit messages are always good, and it'll flag you if there's an error. So, but it'll tell you what that error is, and it just again gives you super simple steps. So we're just gonna call this. I'm gonna say this is refactor, and prettier tailwind. And then you just write a summary, and it specifies lowercase no period, because if you did this without CZ commit, yeah, I'll show you to you again. So I did my git add, right? And here, I'll make it even bigger for you. Bigger. CZ commit is the command. You need to install it, though. So, otherwise, it's not going to do anything. Commit Zen. There you go. So here, I'll share this with the chat. If you're on Mac, it's great. I know we have a few Windows users there. You're still at work. My relief hasn't shut up. Ah, dude, that's brutal. That's not right. I appreciate you jumping in, my guy. Yeah, so commits in again. It's really, really good for people using conventional commits. I know, or Husky, which also forces like really stringent commit rules. So, so I'll go through it again. CZ commit. Then it's going to show you. You can choose from the different things. Fix, feature, doc, style. This is all stuff that we use in our issues and tickets we're making, that we're putting in our PR request names or branch names, things like that. Don't walk out. The wall behind you is looking pretty sad. No amazing wallpaper here. I'll tell you that much. I do need to doctor up the wall behind me with something, though. It is a little bit boring of a backdrop. Maybe not the wallpaper, but you know. So yeah, for this, I'm just gonna say where that we are. This could be style, actually. That's more like it. Prettier. And one plugin. So again, telling you what to make it. Writing a short imperative summary of the code changes. This is supposed to be like super just concise. And notice says lowercase and no period. This is crucial. If you do anything otherwise, and this isn't just because of CZ commit. This is because of the rules that Shashi's put in place for our commit messages. But if you don't have this guiding you, you have to remember that each time. Otherwise, you'll get through your entire commit message, and then it'll be like, oh, JK, LOL. You actually, you messed this up. So it's not a good time. Hope you're doing well, man. Haven't seen... Nah, dude, this is the first stream in a while. The only two other couple streams I've done were sporadic when I was on with Gridiron Survivors, or I was on a couple with James Q Quick. So it's nice to be back. Yeah, so for this, I'll just say something along the lines of uninstalled and uninstalled. Newer version of plugin that does not support our prettier version, and installed the older plugin version that does. Then it's going to ask you provide additional contextual information. So this is where I can go into a little bit more details. Yeah, Eddie, you're right. It's really along with conventional commits, which is basically what our commit rules are based off of, right? While we're not strictly using conventional commits, it's the reference for it. Naming CSS classes camel case is good. I think more often than yes, you're fine with camel casing it, but more often than not, you're gonna hyphenate CSS names. Camel casing is more for JavaScript. Thank you for the follow, Eddie. I appreciate you. Provide additional contextual information about the code changes. So we're gonna say as our project is, and no, it doesn't specify that it's you can't use periods and you can't use lowercase, but it's incompatible. It's currently that's doesn't look right, but it's okay with Prettier v3 plus the plugin the Prettier Tailwind plugin. This is definitely not a breaking change. And then footer, information about breaking changes and reference issues that this commit closes. So this issue, I actually haven't even been doing this. I never even saw the reference issues that this commit closes, but I'll do that next time on the initial. How dare I? Bye, Mai. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have fun with algos. All right, good. So it says commit successful. If I messed it up, if I added a period where it said I couldn't, it would tell me that, and then yeah, and then it just gives you an example of it. So previously I was doing like this, which I really like. This is the type, and then this is the subject essentially, but this just streamlines it all. So this is done. So now I can go back to GitHub. Oh, and for anyone that does anyone not know what this plugin does or what Tailwind is? I'm sure everyone here does, but I just like to clarify if anyone has questions. Oh, you know what I have to do is I have to change this. It's no longer a draft. Come on. I always feel like this is so difficult to find. Like saying, oh, this is ready for review. There it is. It's a big button, Ryan. It's not hard. So this looks like quite large. And you can see 28 files changed, but again, this is just because I ran Prettier on the entire code base. Okay, Eddie. Okay, Eddie. Tailwind is what it's called when there's a wind behind you that's pushing you along. Oh, speaking of Tailwind, I found native wind last night, and I would have loved this when I was working on my React Native project and a different cohort. So for anyone that hasn't worked with React Native, it's based on React, but it's not that great of a time. And so the styling in it is very, very interesting, and to me at least. It doesn't reflect like typical web applications and stuff. But so this allows you to use Tailwind CSS for your styles in React Native, which I was obsessed with. So you could just say, you know, like text 6XL, and it should work. Or 5XL, whatever. Oh, it's not on the text, that's why. There you go. You're right. It is Richard. I forgot about that move. But so I literally said to Wally last night when I found this, I said, "Oh, I might enjoy React Native now." So this I'm excited about, and now I definitely want to mess with it some more. Yeah, 100%. Here, I'll share this in chat as well. I'm super stoked to have found that. So y'all, let me see yourselves. And okay, so this I can now move to. I do wish this automatically updated. It doesn't if I refresh it. Like this should be linked, I thought, to the PR. Yeah, but it doesn't move it, which is frustrating. Whoop. Okay, there we go. So now I'm gonna go back to our Discord, and I'm gonna find my Right, so you can see I had the blocked tag on this here. So now I'm going to go to more, go to edit tags, and you have to have one tag on it, so you can't remove this as per the rules I made. So you have to select the new one first and then remove the one that you don't. And this is where I'm going to tag Gridiron Survivor. Say this is now ready for review. Okay, good. So that was a quick one. Again, just a really simple one, but that's okay. We like simple. And again, I could have done the push and stuff from Git Kraken, but because of CZ commit, I'm doing it via the terminal no matter what. You can use the terminal in here, that's fine. But I was already in VS Code, so that's okay. So this one is good. So I have a few others, and I'll just open up this Springboard real quick. Why do I have 3 branches? Update weekly. Oh, okay. I don't need that anymore. But create input loading spinner and add global spinner. So these are 2 separate things that I thought were the same at first. And Shashi thankfully added some context to them because I was very confused. So one is just a spinner. Okay, great. We've all seen spinners before. And the other, I would say, is more of a skeleton loader that he's looking for. Oh, shoot. Where are we? Here we go. Add a global spinner. Create a global spinner that shows the logo animating as a loader. We have several pages that need this, and make it into a component would be ideal. So this is realistically just going to be a skeleton, and Shadcyan does have skeleton already, but I didn't start this one yet. I just made the branch, which I'll probably just delete and start over since there's been changes. Here you go. So this is what a skeleton is, and I'll again, sorry about reminding myself to zoom in. So it just pulses and yeah, shows you. So that's something that's loading. This is new, not new, but this is newer to the web, right? Because as loading times may be increased and having to retrieve data from databases or using APIs, this became a popular way and a much nicer way, in my opinion, saying like, hey, content is loading. So a lot of times you'll see it in the version or in the form of the content that will be loading there. In our case, Shashi just wants it to be the logo, which is fine. So I actually can show you our current develop branch. And we're going to sign out. So this is still buggy. We just went through the bug bash, so don't hate all of it, please. Like our input, not like not being able to see our input. Jeez. Good. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, that might help. Okay. Okay, so you saw there that right now on loading it says you're not in any leagues. That'll be changing to the loader. Um, but again, the skeleton's going to be for maybe loading the entries. Currently, I don't have any, so I'll make one. And this has to be restyled. I had this already. Is my stream still live? Maybe I just need to refresh the page. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry, it was my screen, my view of it was frozen, so I was like, "What's going on here?" So again, this has to be restyled to this. I already had this here, but our ruler Shashi put in changes, and I have to now go back and find them and reapply them. But then when we make our pick, we're grabbing this information. And so like right there, if you could see it, we had loading. And it's like, again, maybe a skeleton would be nicer looking, even if it's only there for a split second. This is on, you know, fast Wi-Fi and a fast computer and stuff. And not that anyone in the U.S. No, I shouldn't say that. There's people in the U.S. that still have access to really slow internet. So you want to give them something maybe that's a little prettier to look at. Or even if people are playing this outside of the US, which I'd be surprised by. But you never know. That's why I corrected myself. There's still people out there with slow internet. It sucks. It really does. So why don't we go back, and I'm gonna start on the loading input spinner. Most of the stores I worked with this week had 2 megabits. Dude, I don't understand. That doesn't seem possible to run a store on. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how you do it either, to be completely honest. Alright, so we're doing the... Shoot, which one was it? Create input loading spinner. So again, I already did this. Create input loading spinner just to make sure. We're good, we're good. And then with Great Kraken, you can just do Command-Shift-E or Control-Shift-E on Windows. Command-Shift-E on Mac, and it'll open it up in your editor of choice. Mine is VS Code. We're all using VS Code in Gridiron Survivor. And I think it's probably based on whatever you've installed to your path. So it's the same. It's no different than if you were in your terminal. And actually, I could do that here too, just to show you. Say I'm in here and I open up the terminal. So again, it's no different if you just say code period. This is opening whatever editor is installed on your path. So. Okay. Don't worry, I'll zoom in when I'm actually doing some work. So we're going to just make sure that everything's good and installed. Okay, and then we're going to run the dev server. Man, I thought I had an extension that let me increase the font size without the like UI size. Where the hell did it go? Interesting. Man, I'm gonna go find that now. It's a bummer. Okay, well, anyway. If only I could type. Well, I guess I really depend on seeing what I'm typing. This is like such a small little thing that I just want to fix so badly, but I have to follow respect the process and respect, where things are assigned and everything. But damn. All right, what's it telling me? The email and password. And we're working on alerts for this, by the way. It's not, okay, I have 2 L's in Gmail. Okay. We are in. So I thought I had this updated to use this. Oh, let's make sure my loader is still in here. Loading spinner. Because the file was not found. The frig? That's interesting. I know I had this because I created it. What? Is that... Oh, do I have it mixed up maybe? Hold on. Now I'm confused. So the U... Right now, what branch am I in? Okay, so first I'm on the wrong branch. That might be part of it. UX create input loading spinner. Okay, that's the one I want. Create input loading spinner. We're going to check out. Oh shit, you know what? I never closed that other port. And now I'm gonna have a session. So let's go in here. Sign out. And of course now it can't be reached. Shoot. Okay. Okay, so you can see my loading components there now. Perfect. So the only issue I'm having, which is why I made this here, is I need to figure out how to make it take up the parent container size, and only that size. So now if I go to my loading spinner, and I get rid of the width and height, so that happens on, okay, that's on it itself. Hold on. I mean on this here, on the container. So now you'll see, obviously, this doesn't have any height. And when I refresh the page, until my leagues load, yeah. So I think I tried with full and height full. Yeah, and so it's not doing that. And I wonder if it's because it's not getting the height from whatever element it is nested in. What is this yelling at me for? Missing return type on function. And now it just needs to import. Oh. The spinning, right? Yeah, I think I showed you the spinner when I was first worked on it last week, and I just haven't got it back to it since then. So I'm right now. I'm passing it into week. No, into league. Yeah, the league page. This is the problem. This is a problem I have with NextJS, is that all of your pages are named page, and you only know which one you're looking at in here by looking at the directory it's in, and it's very frustrating. Anyway, sorry, just a tangent. Ooh. So, if we're on my page, and I think I'm calling it outside of there, right? Yes, I am. And so if I say height of 48, this is, oh, shoot, no, I don't want to do that. Hold on. I'm doing it down here. Okay, so now it's here. So I had to somehow, okay, it must be because this element isn't on the page. You see now it's taking up, because I have with height and full on this here, on which is the containing div, the div that it's nested inside of, I should say. It's taking that full height and width, which is fine. This won't though, because the element here isn't here. So if I go to league card and let's go to the component. See, I think I need to make them optional props and pass them in. So that way when you're calling it, it knows what to do. Because here I'm not, I'm like replacing it. It's not in the league card while it loads. Unless that's what you would do, in which case you would have to wait for the data to load. So let's see how this is being called. Okay, league name's greater than 0. Else we're showing loading spinner. And this is what they were doing before, by the way. So that's what we're replacing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make props for it. So we're going to do, we're going to make them both optional. Thank you, Copilot. So then, so here we're saying this should be same as the element it is standing in for, and same thing for width. Oh, so while this is the beauty of Copilot, by the way, these JS doc things that I was writing before, it just does it for you. It's wild. Absolutely incredible. Obviously, you have to check it, right? Oh, sorry about that spam, you. Nightbot apparently didn't like that. Let's see if I can change that. Can I change this? It's the limit of repetitions before Nightbot will punish the user for spamming. But they only did 3 emojis. And I have excessive emotes disabled. That is a bad bot. What? Alright, let's disable that for now and see if it happens again. It's interesting. Yeah, Wally, you're a mod, so you could do it. You, if you want to try that again, we'll see if it hits you again with that. That's annoying. All right, Emily was able to spam. Good. That's really frustrating. Like, I literally have it at 45. This is the minimum percentage of repetitions. What is the percentage? What does that mean? All right, we're gonna enable and see what happens. Brand props does not match any. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I see what it's yelling at me for. Okay. Man, I keep hitting S like accidentally. Very frustrating. Right. Okay, you can go away. And I want to accept. Man, I'm like blanking on this right now. Let's see. Not just me getting LinkedIn messages, that probably from my bot. It's cool. It's cool. Love LinkedIn. It's great. It's great. Right. So here we're saying it is declared, but its value is never read. What if I did height and width because I want to be explicit? Yeah. Okay. Now it shouldn't. I don't. It's not necessary to use, which is why I'm confused. And this shouldn't have an any time. I'm blanking on how to fix this. I think if I do. just because it's been like, man, it shouldn't have been that long, but it feels a while since I've actually coded like this. And by a while, I mean like a week. Actually, yeah, probably about a week or so. My brain's just not working. All right, I think I have to follow select this, but I don't need forward ref. So we're gonna do, this is a JSX element. What's the difference between a JSX element and a React one? Why is it saying that it's expecting an underscore here? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. No, this is... No, I know there's a better way to do this. All right, what is it not liking here? Identifier expected. Oh, because interesting. Well, we're learning. Yeah, I do need some hydration. All right, I will be right back. And can I run an ad while I'm right back so you don't have to sit through when I'm actually doing something? Let's see. I think if I do / commercial. Yeah, we're going to do a quick 90-minute commercial. I'll be right back. Thank you. We're back. Okay. I owe a couple of hydrations. Thank you for the hydration check. Right. Bro, I just did an ad break. Why? I don't understand Twitch, man. I really don't. I did an ad break so that way when I came back there wouldn't be ads. Yeah, literally. Failed to compile because okay, yeah, this is obvious. So there's issues going on here. Let's go back to what I had. Let's get rid of that S. Don't ask me why I'm blanking so hard on this right now. It's kind of frustrating me. Thank you, Todd, for stopping by. What's going on, man? Actually, Mr. Accessibility, while you're here, creating this loading, this spinner component, and right now I have a span inside for screen readers saying loading. Should I, is that enough? Is that, acceptable? Should I add more? See you, Richard. Thank you so much, man. Good luck and have fun, my guy. Appreciate you. You need to let the screen reader know that something is loading. Let me get you a link. Cool beans. Thank you. Well, this is going to let the screen reader know because this is for screen reader only. So this should come up in screen readers, but I'm all ears and all eyes. What is this song right now? I'm very confused. No. And so the height. Okay, the other problem is like if I'm dictating the height, it's got to be the same class. Okay, this is actually an interesting thing. So if I'm asking for the width and height, I'm looking for the tailwind class name. So it's gonna have to I'm gonna have to make use of CN, and I'll have to use something like this over here, but adding class name or the name of the width and height. So and that's actually going to be in this one here in the container. Oh, thank you, Todd. You rock, man. I appreciate you. You jumped in at like the perfect time. Okay, so concerns visibility and contrast, low contrast suffering. Yep, that's understandable. Semantics concerns. Screen readers may not convey the presence or purchase of loading spinners, leaving users unaware. Include descriptive alt or ARIA attributes to provide context to the spinner, allowing screen readers to announce the loading state. Use ARIA live regions to announce updates when the spinner. ARIA live regions. Okay. Keyword user might encounter issue the spinner receives focus or disrupts the tab order. Ensure that loading spinners do not receive focus, are not allowed on the tab order. Okay. And incoming ad. Sorry, everyone. I didn't do this on purpose, I promise. That's fine. Tab index. I don't know what the tab. Oh, it's probably. What is it for JSX? Oh, that's simple. To fix the error type strings, non-syllable type number, you need to prop from. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. Thank you. That role equals alert is an important one. Okay, so would you? Yeah, I know. 11D accessibility is. I was just talking about this yesterday. How I pride myself on being aware and having base knowledge of accessibility, but it's such a there's so much to it that it makes sense that for there to be experts in the field, and that's why we have people do make accessibility audits. Okay, so the ARIA. Was true. Okay, so on the here we're gonna have a role of alert. Being aware and having a base knowledge is half the battle. Yeah, I appreciate it. I think so too. In that case, to be completely honest, it's something I care about, and it's a really hard thing to not like. I want to increase my knowledge, but then I feel like I'm going to but I want to continue to increase my knowledge, and there's just so much to learn to it. So this is why I'm glad I have friends like you and a few others that keep me honest on it. That's for sure. And especially in this project, in Gridiron Survivor, we have, well, you'll probably know Homer on Twitter and stuff, and he's part of it. He's doing accessibility checks. We have Karina, who is very knowledgeable. She's actually on the team doing accessibility stuff, so it's really good. Content loaded section. Okay, so when the content is actually loaded, I need to. Okay, good. So this means I'll be updating league card as well, which is the component that's showing up after it's being loaded. But this is gonna have to be updated on every item, right? This because the idea is for this loader to be used in more than one place. So if I come back here, yeah, I cannot tab to it, which is cool. But I can tab to that, which is what I want. So that's good. I don't care about the CSS. I don't need that. I probably don't need anything here either. No. Okay, so let's just look back at the CSS. So I've got my ARIA hidden true. I've got the tab index of -1. I've got my role of alert on the container for it. Hey, Leah, welcome. Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm making a reusable component. Yeah, I had a little bit of caffeine, but I'm feeling like I need some more soon. We left the house pretty early today. My brother, I had to drop off my car for an oil change and some other maintenance. So we were out of the house at like 7:15 this morning. pulled up the dealership. There's a line around the corner because they didn't open the garage yet. So, like, they didn't open it until 7:30 on the dot, and then the cars started flowing. But it was still, we were out longer than we anticipated for sure. Rapid, yeah, okay. So I think also on this, maybe if I had to be able to say if the user prefers less motion, to remove the spinner and replace it with just text, which I think Tailwind might have. A class, I feel like. Yeah, motion reduce. So I think I might, but that's just a class. I'm still have to say, like, if, oh, no, wait. No, perfect. We can figure this out. See a lot of different solutions as far as accessibility goes when you search for a spinner that is access. I'm sure. Actually, I'm curious as to one that Shashi. This is from Fluent UI. See, so here they're saying set tab index 0 on it to be allowed to be picked up by screen readers, which is interesting. Descriptive verbs are appropriate under a spinner. Use a spinner when confirming a change has been made. Add a description when reduced motion is active. Right. So that's what I'm looking for. That was my thought. Add a descriptive to a spinner. So let's go ahead and let's get this formatted so I can use dynamic classes. Also, I apologize. The stream is only in 1080. I thought I had OBS set up to output in 1440, but I'll fix that for next stream for sure. Where else did I do that? In league entries, I think. Yeah, so this is a bit more of a complicated component that I put together, but still worked pretty well. So we're going to say height equals auto by default with auto by default, even though I hate. So actually, no, we'll just do height with, and then in here we can say I loading spinner props. Okay, these are probably saying they're not called. Yeah. What's the syntax to make it optional here? Like, I already had the props being optional, but I want this error to go away. I feel like there was a syntax for it. I don't recall. No. I can't remember what the hell it was. Because then in here, I'm going to say height and width. height loading spinner. This should height loading spinner should same class as the element, same tail end. And that's going to go down here as well. Now we can remove this from here. We have JS docs for a reason. Okay, so now if I'm in here and back on league card, and we've got show limited no. Or is it on the page? It was on the page. So now we're gonna say what was the height here? It's not working as expected. What am I missing here? Like, where is class name used? Ugh, so many files. It's the worst. I'm blanking on this today. That's okay. Oh, so it's being passed as a prompt and then it's coming in afterwards. Okay. So height and width. Okay, good. Now it's working as expected. So if I come back here to the page, and I don't think the max height's gonna work. Yes. So I'm curious now, does this height actually change? Just go to Figma. I don't think it does. So if I give it a height and a max height of 32, it should be okay. So in my league card, and then here we're gonna say and then if I say width, well, width isn't necessary here. But I'm gonna say with full. Excellent. Cool. And I don't want to do that because it's working. So again, it's optional. Excellent. That is working as expected. So good. Let's go ahead and all right. So now if I'm on my spinner, I no longer need the border. Nice. All right. Let's do a quick. Commit. This is loading spinner.tsx. We are, yeah, we're using Tailwind. Optional height with props to use. Oh, yeah, Todd, we're using Tailwind. Using Tailwind, Shadcn for base components, and then we're customizing the components to what we need from there. But Shadcn doesn't have a loader. They have a skeleton, but yeah. Tailwind does have the outline attribute. Do you think I should use that on the on this here? I don't use border usually. I was using it for debugging, just to make sure that I could see the bounds of it. Yeah, outline's great for that. I love it. When I found out about that years ago, I started using it a lot before I even used Tailwind. Yeah, outline's great. So actually, what am I using it on? Here I'm using the border, but that's because it's taken it. But at least with border box, it calculates that size into it. Yeah, I 100% actually. When I've created my own projects, I create a debug class that just has an outline of red, so that way it makes everything really easy to see, and it doesn't cause a layout shift, right? I've always thought to be careful with outline though, because isn't that also what's giving the focus states? Like I thought outline was bad to use in cases. No, never mind. It still works there. Nice. That's awesome. I feel like in the past there was a reason for that. That using outline, maybe it's when you customize the outline. I'm not sure. I'm not sure now why I used to feel like I had to avoid it. Hello, user 107478. Thanks for jumping in. Not to recall refocus states, you should use focus within and focus visible with focus indicators. Yes, that I've heard. Can you explain the difference? I'm curious. Like, as focus within and focus visible versus focus, it doesn't make sense to me. User, I am working on a cohort project called Gridiron Survivor. Just finished, finishing and working on this loading component here. Man, Todd, you've got a link for everything. I appreciate that. Dom, what is going on, my man? How are you? All right, let's see what. Where did it go? Wake up with the new day, same cashew juice. Hell yeah, dude! Love that for you. Love that for you. Not really, but you know. Lots of info that I'd be typing. Yeah, no, dude, I appreciate you. Yeah, I know. Focus within versus focus within. Focus versus focus within versus focus visible. This is good because it's something that I've definitely have wondered, but I've never bothered to look up. Shame on me, right? Um, okay, so let's see. Yeah, okay, I already know what focusable and tappable means. Focus is triggered when the user clicks or taps upon an element, right? So you can see this here. There you go. Yeah, I love MDN. I really do. It took a while. Like, when I just started learning stuff, MDN definitely, like, some of it went over the top of my head. But it's skill worth learning is being able to read that more technical stuff and sort of like take the time to understand what it's saying. Even as a beginner, I found myself doing that. Focus within triggered when the user clicks or taps any of its child element. Selects a div when one of its descendants is closed. So try typing in this form. Okay, so when you focus inside of it, got it. That's when it changes the color. Interesting. CodePen is something that I would like to start using more. I actually really want to start experimenting more with fun UI UX things. Yeah. But examples of it are actually a really good thing to find. Focus visible. Focus selector based on some heuristics that are different. The selector is mostly useful, but a focus indicator. Okay. You want to remove the focus outline when the user focuses it via mouse, but want to retain an outline that goes. No way. This is so useful. Your MD friend. This is super helpful. Okay, this last one I like a lot. Actually, the focus within is really good as well. I'm gonna keep that up here for reference because I feel like I'm gonna have to use it again. Okay, so now I have to focus is always a point of contention because when people remove it, they rarely add it back in. Yeah, that's something I've noticed as well. Maybe that's why I felt like I wanted to avoid outline or focus. That's what it was. It was focus styles in general when I was first learning. I was afraid to mess with them because I saw like, oh, it removed some of it. But it's funny because not funny. I just like realized the other day I was just not adding like focus styles where hover styles are also applied. So there's tickets being made to go back and add that into components. I'm frustrated that I didn't even think about it, right? Um, but live and learn and just try to carry that forward. Todd, yeah, that is that line right there should never happen, ever. Okay, so now I want to make it so when the user has reduced motion, it shows text in here. Actually, let's yeah, that's fine. How can what was the tail end thing for that? Motion reduce. How do I can't forget? I'm trying to. I am just trying to remind myself how to where to get the not classes. Not that. Emulate. Nope, that's not what I want to either. What is this? Okay. How in the DevTools can I emulate what's it called? Prefers reduced motion. And why am I blanking on it? Oh, rendering. God, this is so frustrating. Where was this? Command Shift P, search for rendering. Got it. Yes, thank you. Holy. I don't know if anyone caught that just now, but so it still had the loader and the loading is spinning around. That is not very accessible. That was really funny. um, yeah, same actually. That was really funny. That was really, really funny. And you know what? Instead of a span, if I make this a p tag, I don't want it on top of it though. Why is it on top of it? Oh, because I place center, place content center. Nope. Yeah, not you get cracking. Cursor movement doesn't necessarily mean stopping motion. Right. So I could do that. Can I reduce the speed, I wonder? Animate spin. Motion safe for situations. Additionally, apply animations to transitions and motion to reduce variance. Motion safe animate spin. Oh, so I wonder. I think I might have to go and do some more custom stuff than I necessarily want to. Yeah, I know. I still need to know why it is. Two options are reduce or no preference. Gotcha. All right, cool. You're back. Awesome. I like the idea um of this. This is good. I think if I'm going to edit the speed of it, it's something that's going to take more time than I have for this right now. But it's something I definitely want to revisit just so that way I can get this one done. But you're right. You're very right in this, and I never thought of it. I always just thought of it as black and white. You know, if the user prefers reduced motion, then just axe it all together. And it seems like Tailwind thinks in that as well. So there's no default way for me to change the speed of it. And you know what? Let's. Oh, did I? Let's remove that. Why? Let's go ahead and just add my loading spinner back in here. just for shits and gigs. Oh, I put it on the wrong page. That's not going to help. Interesting that this is not... Oh my god, I'm putting on the wrong fucking thing again. I'm an idiot. Hey Todd, let me ask. I guess you know what? You just sent me this loading spinner. Let's see. Yeah, they're just using divs for it. Okay, I did think there was something more appropriate. So nice. And then if I come in here and once more, just make sure that prefers reduced motion is on. Oh, that's transparency. Excellent. Alrighty, we're doing it. We're doing it. We did it. Good. Thank you for your help, Todd. That's really useful. I really appreciate you and your accessibility knowledge, honestly. It's massive. If anyone needs accessibility help, go to Todd. Trying to hide the spinner with perverse. Yeah, that's easy enough. I could just well, right now I have animate spin, but I can just say when motion is safe, but now I could just say on here motion reduce is motion reduce hidden the best thing for that, Todd, do you think? Yeah, Todd is great. I don't know if that's hidden from the... Let's check the 11 tree and see. Okay. Didn't I just see accessibility up here? Is it more tools? Shoot, come back. Todd is also streaming. Todd, I don't know if Todd, are you streaming gaming more, or are you doing development stuff as well? I think you're doing dev work as well now, right? Even though you're technically retired. Um, navigation list. Okay, and then if I'm going to, where's render again? Actually, it doesn't seem like it's dev. Yeah, that's what I thought. Gaming 2 Wednesday, Friday, dev on Monday, and maybe Saturday. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. So it seems like this is actually not showing up. Actually, nothing below the here is showing up in the develop on the tree. Because we have Gridiron, we have the Navi. Oh, never mind. It was just hiding behind this stuff. Okay, let's see. Main, your leagues. Actually, we could just see here. Why is this so difficult to see? Jeez. Main, you got your header. Okay, so I don't have anything in here, so I need to put a Oh, I have ARIA hidden true on the entire div container. That's why. Because I did that from your article. So I actually don't. I think this article that you linked before mentioned. Yeah, ARIA hidden true. Okay, that's why it's not in the tree. So, I don't think. Hmm. So here's my thinking now is that this is not in the tree because it's nested inside this div which has the ARIA hidden true. I want this to be. Yeah, I got to take it all into consideration now, you know? And I like to, too. So now I feel like, though, this isn't. I need the loading to be in the accessibility tree, right? So can I add, like, ARIA hidden false on this itself? Hey, I appreciate that, man. Nowhere near you. Nowhere near you. That's for damn sure. I didn't think that would work because the rest of it is yeah. So let's go ahead and delete that. Okay, so here's the alert. Right, we're getting that. So then why do they recommend making this hidden? Unless they're just thinking this wouldn't be in a div, in which case, ARIA hidden shouldn't be used when the hidden attribute is being. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Dom, definitely give him a follow. If you know Homer on X, I think his username is Circlebox or something like that. Actually, let's go grab it now. Okay, you know Homer. Gotcha, gotcha. Good stuff then. Yeah, Homer's a big accessibility dude as well. So yeah, Circlebox with an X. Thank you. I knew there was an X in there somewhere. Main generic alert. Okay, and this should also show up now. Cool. All right, so let me see if this is doing everything I want it to right now. It's taking the width and height. Which are optional props, so that way it can take up the full size of the element it's replacing. Just call him Hank. Oh, I absolutely will. We gotta get Homer jumped into Gridiron Survivor to help Shashi with things like accessibility and just having another senior dev to do code reviews. Shashi said himself he's got to get Homer a little bit more involved, but he seems like a very cool dude, down to earth. And next time I get him in a conversation, I will definitely just call him Hank and tell him Todd sent me. That's great. I can't wait to hear that story. All right, so we can get rid of this here. And Arya Hidden False will not re-expose the element to assistive technology if any of its parents. Yeah, I figured. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. That would be very valuable, wouldn't it? Alright, let's fix this. Is eliminated. Loading spinner. Where is this? Leak entries. Okay, yeah. I can get rid of that for now. Yes, I'm aware of this. Those are warnings. Good. All right, let's get what was changed here? Okay, so that's the loading spinner, league entries. I just made a couple of spelling. Actually, yeah, that's fine. No, let's get rid of that. It's not part of this ticket. I will get yelled at otherwise. All right, cool. Excellent. This is great. This is great. CZ commit. Yeah, Todd, feel free to drop some links in here. I think were you on? You did an accessibility audit recently with someone. I thought, didn't you? Added accessibility features to loading spinner. Yes, that's right. Yeah, deals for devs. Yeah, which I was a part of. Myself, Chris Nowicki, and a handful of other people. I have to watch that stream this weekend because I'm sure there's going to be a lot I can learn. I'm sure James was sweating as well. All right, so let me take a couple of notes here. So I'm doing my best to, I'm sure some of you have seen my Twitter or LinkedIn posts where I'm just kind of rambling about the things that I'm doing each day. And so I am trying to keep a list of them because I forget. I have a terrible short-term memory. Yeah, dude, James was brave. I swear. I would have been sweating. I'm going to be sweating with Gridiron when it gets going. And if I ever develop an app, or when I develop an app, I should say, I'm going to be in the same boat. I like to think that I know stuff. I know that I'm not an expert, and so but I welcome people to ruthlessly tear apart whatever I'm working on in terms of accessibility because I want to make it proper. I was just on. My mom works for a small company, a local company. They it's a marina, and I went on her website. And after they already went through a fiasco with like having to make sure it was accessible, their labels don't focus the input element when they're clicked. And I'm like, how? Like, how was this missed? It amazes me. Yes, sir. Yep, that's a great rule. All right, so what did I do today? Oh shoot. Okay. One was went through OpenGIS PRs. What did I? Oh, updated prettier plugin and submitted PR. Creating loading spinner. Excellent. So then this way I can just reference this when I'm making my posts. And it's also nice to go back and be like, oh yeah, look at the things I did, right? So, and then I'll make a new one for next week. I need to make this a template, so it just repeats, but for now it works. Man, thank you so much, Todd. I appreciate it. Dude, have a great day and enjoy. Go get some lobster rolls. So long, man. What a good dude. What a good dude. He's probably leaving now, but I forgot I could do this. There you go. Everyone go give Todd a follow. And let's grab his X as well. Great guy. Great guy. I don't even remember where I met Todd, but where I met him the first time, but I'm glad I did. All right, so where were we? Mahio PR, let's do it. Created what was this actually called? closes number 91. This was, yes. Okay. Can get rid of this. You know what? Let's test this real quick. I didn't even test it in the button capacity, but it should be no different. So we're gonna log out real quick. Oh, right. I must have stopped the dev server because I closed something. Okay. Perfect. And now we're gonna go to login. Fuck, man, this is so frustrating. What if I do login page? No page login? So frustrating. Yo, entire bag of pepperoni, brother. That's a meal. That's for sure. Was it good? I mean, I guess so if you ate the entire bag. No shame on eating the entire bag. I just boy dinner. I'm not mad. I'm impressed. All right. So we've got our button. So the criteria was when the user clicks the submit button, the text should be replaced by a spinner. It was super good. I'm cutting. Hey, yeah, dude, I understand. I totally get that. I'm not fully dieting, but I am watching my portions and making an effort to eat healthier. Just to like ease myself in, because if I go part of the reason I actually haven't done more is because I don't necessarily have a lot of space here for food. My parents, so they did recently make some room in the one of the 3 fridges they have. Believe it or not, they have 3 fridges here, and that's no room. But so I have to go grocery shopping so I can do some meal prep and stuff. So I'm interested now. There's not a function that's being called. This is just submitting data. So I need to. Is there an on submit function that's handling this? On submit. Yeah, man, it's wild. It's fucking wild. I just don't get it, man. I really don't. How do we think we could do this? When they click the continue button, it should be replaced by the spinner. How do I do this? Do I have to write a fucking function for this? Or can I do it on the on submit function? Can I add it in there somehow? No, because that's getting handled there. I think so, like a ternary. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But button test ID. I wonder if I do it on the button itself, maybe? Oh, there's about to be an ad, so I apologize. Well, you're just fine. What's up? Because right now I have the label. Let's see. Let's see what Copilot has to say. You can use state to toggle. Ah, dude, that's smart. That's smart. Take it through them all. See, now this is something that I haven't really done before, believe it or not. Yeah. So const on click. No, let's say const. Yeah, dude, you're good. It's not nothing I can. Well, I can, I guess, but yeah. Oh, well, that works. Jesus. This is something I want to get better with, but const. Let's see. State. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back. I was saying this is something that I don't have. I've actually really haven't done in a long time. Is just writing state, which sounds silly, but with all the projects I'm doing, I'm typically haven't been doing this, and it's something that I need to do more personally. So, let's just look it up. Fuck it, writing. Okay, unclicked, clicked. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. Like, it's just something that like shouldn't be. So it's not difficult, but you know what I mean. Like, set function. Okay, so here we're gonna. Here, I'll blow up the shit so that I'm looking at so you can see. Call you say to the top level, your component declares state variable. We gotta say we gotta have use state in here, right? No. Okay, so I wonder. Like an abstract, I usually know what I need, but Gen I, yeah, man, yeah. Well, it's funny you say that. I was just talking to someone yesterday who they're like, syntax is not nearly as valuable as it once was, and I think that's very true. It's like knowing how to use that syntax, but knowing the exact syntax definitely has lost a lot of value. Okay, this is already in here, so I don't think I necessarily need it. Let's go ahead and put it in here. Const unclicked clicked implicitly has a type of any. Okay, that's fine for now. Adding state to a component. Perfect. Call use state at the top level of your component to declare one or more state variables, which we're doing. Const unclicked clicked, use state clicked. Oh right, the naming convention is wrong. That's fine. I think this works for this. To update what's on screen, call the set function. So do I still need to make one? Here we go. This is probably exactly what I'm looking for. Let's just say show spinner. Oh shit, no. So I need to show the import that first. Export default function, const light, set light, use state true. So I wonder if I do, okay, let's do that instead. Use state false. And then in here, we're going to say, then I want to show the component. I want this component to show loading spinner. No, I don't want this function. It's not doing what I want. Problem is that JS doc returns declaration is present, but there's no return expression in the function. You can add a return statement. Oh, okay. Doy. Type React is undefined. What the fuck? Missing. I am not returning. I am not missing that. Show spinner. It's declared. Okay, so then on click. On click. That didn't work as intended. Let's try it once more. Oh, because I'm not telling you to do anything. How can I... Is it for this? So the right now I'm using this on the login page, testing on the login page, but the spinner is going to be used throughout the application. So that's why I made it a component. Yeah. Show the loading. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Inoa Gamer. I appreciate it. How are you today? I really wish like Copilot and other AI text tools would like show the first, and then once it reaches the bottom, just keep generating it. Don't scroll down the page for me. So the ticket is for getting the spinner component and implementing it. So I don't have to, the ticket's just to create the component, but I just want to make sure that it works as expected when implementing it on the login page. Because, and it's funny that I only am thinking to do this because Shashi's criteria, where when the user clicks the submit button, the text should be replaced by the spinner. Like, and again, like all I had to do was actually create the component, not make it functional, but it's also a good thing for me to learn. So, use the unclick state to control the visibility. Okay. The name unclicked. Yes, correct. Update show spinner function to toggle the is loading state appropriately. Okay, let's see. So const login. Okay, const is loading. Return is loading and loading spinner. You know what, gamer? I'm working on a ticket I have for a project called Gridiron Survivor. It's a Survivor football app, U.S. football that is. And right now, I made a spinning loader component, which you can see there. And I am just trying to learn myself by um making it so I can make the spinner show when a user clicks on a button. It's not part of my ticket, but I'm trying to learn for myself. So it still might be a fine solution. Might also be an easier way of doing it. Yeah, there very well might be. In which so no, dude, you're fine. Yeah. So all like my part of this is actually done. It's just again I'm learning for experience. So if I actually just go to I'm going to remove this from here. Let's see. And I could just do this in a random button. I don't need to do it in here and mess with this page. So actually, if we just change all this back, and instead I'm going to go to our leagues page. Now we can just throw a button in here. Why did this fail? I don't understand. Let's see. Inoa Gamer, you're in a boot camp right now. Take the lunch break. Hey, thank you very much. What boot camp are you in? Cool, didn't want to make more work for you. Nah, Dom, you're good. I'm making more work for myself to try and understand and how to learn this. Jason, I am. What of it, my man? What are you gonna do about it? Now Jason's gonna come yell at me because I'm doing something outside my scope, but I'm just chilling. I'm doing it for myself. NSS. I don't. Oh, Nashville. Is that where? Nice, dude. Nice. Total V. Yeah, Vi V. Jason is fine. We vibe together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was self-closing in our use. Yeah, very good. Okay, and there we go. Dom is always in incognito. It's why the mustache is so long. At a moment's notice, he can just shave it off and look like a completely different person. All right, so let's go back and really don't know what it look like with that dude. That's wild to think about, but I also understand. I mean, I could not grow a beard for a long time. It was very thin, but I get it. I won't be yell at you for blatantly violating the scope of your work for your role. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing this now. This part of it is so I can learn, Jason, or so I can learn something additional. My part's done. What on earth just happened? And Noah, how are you enjoying your time at the boot camp? What are you currently learning and working on? Introduce state. Okay, so you were definitely right. I think DOM in that state would have to be used. Update the state, attach an on-click event. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, using the state as a conditional rendering logic, and there's the turn area that we were talking about right there. All right. Let's go. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Now I just want to see how I can do this. So where's their handles? What they're doing up here? Const leagues. Again, this is purely for me to learn. So. Oh. Okay. Let's see. We just went over Bootstrap and Flexbox. Currently working on landing page that is basically nice, dude. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, Linktree is such an easy thing to build yourself. Like, I mean, the service that do it for you, but yeah, it's super easy. Nice. Funny you say that, Dom. So Flexbox came to me super easily, but Grid I struggled with. And I definitely like honestly, Tailwind makes it easier for me to use Grid. I've gotten better with it, but yeah, Grid was much more difficult for me than Flexbox, that's for sure. And Bootstrap, yeah, I mean, working with any UI library is definitely going to be a good thing to learn, I think. You hate Flexbox, Bootstrap was hard, took 6 hours of YouTube. Well, I guess that's checks out Dom because I was definitely an art kid as a musician. I mean, come on. I definitely use Grid in a more basic manner, but that's okay. Update the button on click. So that's what they're doing here. They're saying const show spinner, set show spinner false. Okay. Handle click. So this is the function, set spinner to true. And then step 3. Okay, so this is the conditional rendering. Guess? Question mark? But I don't want this conditional rendering. I just want attach on-click handler. Yeah, I mean, graphic design is one thing, right? Bootstrap is another. I honestly, like, I haven't used Bootstrap a whole lot, only because I never felt a need to for my own stuff. But I'm all self-taught, so it's not like I really had to jump into anything. I always really liked building my own, I guess. And any projects I did, I definitely didn't feel the need for it on my own, but it's definitely a valuable thing to do. And like now, I'm using ShadCN as a component library. Daisy UI I know is relatively popular now for React and what's it called? React and Next projects. So definitely a good thing to learn. You got it. You got it. You'll get there. Oh, our music stopped. Conditional rendering show. Okay, so this is looking for show spinner, but I don't need show spinner there. I need show spinner here. Like this. Well, for shits and gigs, I'm just gonna do that. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Harris Heller. I've went back and forth on him personally with his content, but you can't deny who he is and what he's done for the space and everything. So, hell yeah to Stream Beats, dude. It's massive. Theo Vid on old. Yeah. Bootstrap versus Talon versus Chakra. Chakra was pretty big from what I remember as well. Never realized the broader scope of the internet behind each of those design system intent. Interesting. I didn't know there was more to it either, to be honest. I'll have to watch that video. Tailwind for me, I know Tailwind has Tailwind UI, which obviously I've never used. Not that. Which like all of it looks great. I mean, it's beautiful and well done and everything. So no shame there. Obviously, I do like Shad Cien a lot. I think they're doing a killer job. They just added charts and everything, or introducing charts, which is awesome. You know, it's based off of Radix, but still, it's great. Nice, thank you, dude. Yeah, enjoy. Good luck in class, dude. Good luck with Bootstrap and Flexbox. They are Flexbox especially can be confusing. That's for sure. All right, I don't know why this isn't working, but it doesn't matter. I'll export it another time. Unimportant. Let's log out. I always have to remember to line out. So right now we're limited to one session per user, and so it's not like it'll kick me off my other session. So if I open this on Port 3000 and I'm logged in, and then I open it again on Port 3001 and I try to log in, it'll give me a warning in the console because we didn't set up the alert for it yet, but it won't give me the option to be like, do you want to send out elsewhere? So I always make it a point now to log out whenever I'm done working on it. And how is my Mac doing right now? I feel like it's struggling. Yeah. Using a lot of my RAM, that's for sure. What is eating up my RAM, though? What the Windows server is. And the definitely capturing. Wow, actually, just using my phone is using 2 gigs of RAM. Using my phone as a camera. Interesting. I don't know what wallpaper Helios extension is. Oh, interesting. Why would my wallpaper be using 2 gigs of RAM? That doesn't sound right to me. Yeah, that doesn't sound, especially because I'm not currently using a Mac wallpaper, which is why I'm using a static one. Yeah, like what? Don't quite get that. More or less, thank you so much for the follow and welcome. Thank you for the joining the stream. The fuck is that? Let's get. I mean, I am on beta, so like, you know, this is expected, I guess, that shit's gonna happen. But let's quit that. That's 2 gigs of RAM. I mean, come on. OBS is using not even a gig. That's ridiculous. Actually, I should probably submit a feedback to that real quick. That's wild. All right. Yeah, I had to submit that. That is bizarre. My word. And it still looks like it's running even though I axed it. I don't think I could force put it through here. Nope. Interesting. Let's force quit it. Yeah, dude, that's fucking wild. All right. I'm monitoring my RAM usage, by the way, because when I get a new computer, I'm not sure if I want to go for more than 16 gigs of RAM. So, not that I'm necessarily noticing. I'm noticing more hiccups now, but I'm on the developer beta, so it's to be expected that it's not going to run as smoothly, but still. The fact that my webcam, this in itself might just prompt me to get a regular webcam. I might buy the Opal, I think it is. 'Cause that's just, yeah, that's a lot of money. Okay. Yeah, to do that capture there, that was just my continuity camera because I'm using my iPhone 15 Max versus because I daily the 15 Pro, but I've got the 15 Pro Max as the 15 Max I should say, or Plus. I'm sorry, 15 Plus. It's not Pro. Um, as my current webcam, and that's just wild. Exactly. Although I did want to be streaming in 2K, and it's only 1080p right now, so I had to look into that because I certainly have the bandwidth, and I've done it before, so I had to see why. Um, Dude, they really are. Continuity camera is a killer feature. Like it's really good. Again, the fact that it's using 2 gigs of RAM, is that normal? I don't know. This is the first time I'm monitoring my RAM because it's been a non-issue realistically. But again, if I'm thinking of making a purchase, I'm currently rocking um I'm currently rocking M1 Pro 16-inch MacBook Pro. So it's not like it's a slouch by any means. But if RAM is being eaten up, then I have to just think about what to do instead. So thank you for sending that vid, by the way. I run a Logitech 920 with a good lighting. Yeah. Well, see, so that's the thing. Yeah, the Logitech's like not a bad webcam. Webcams are just tough though. Like there's not a lot of there's not been great. So I was looking at the Insta 360. Yeah, and this I've heard really good things about. I don't care about the gimbal and the movement, like that's whatever. But it's a really good high quality webcam. It's $200. Well, at least it's $100 off. That's nice, right? And that you can use on Windows and Mac, which is nice. Opal is another one that I really like the look of and everything like that. What is the Composer? That's new. Okay, whatever. So they've got this. Their C1 was their original one, and it's high quality as well, super high quality. Like it's right up there with the Insta 360. You can only use it on Mac. So I'm like, I don't want to download anything. Go away. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like they're very much like the Apple. I feel like of webcams, right? Um, and then they introduced the Tadpole. I'll wait till the ads are over. Manuel, hello. What's going on? Thank you for jumping in the chat. No, I don't know Python, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. It's not something I've learned yet. It's something that I want to learn, but it's not a focus of mine as a front end web developer. So, um, you're back, Dom. So this was the other camera that they introduced, the tadpole they call it, because it's very small. It's supposed to be portable and it just clips on. Oh, and it works with the Mac and PC. So I wonder if the C1 does as well. But it's designed for a laptop, so yeah. May think I've solved my issue with edge caching. Nice, dude. What was it? Card here below is the scope of my ticket. I create a low spitter component, which can be used wherever needed. It accepts props. It accepts. Perfect. All right, to the sprint board we go. This is in review. Hey, welcome back, Dom. Damn, it said the ads were over, so that's why I thought you were back sooner. Let's see. Bro, it shows that you're a Prime. Are you not? Maybe you're just like have your Twitch connected to your Prime. No, dude, killer. All right, so sorry, Dom. Showing our DMs, our very, very sensitive DMs. All right, so now that I've submitted this PR, I'm going to go to our Discord and make a new thread for it. So I'll just make a new post. For those of you that haven't used forums in Discord, it's really nice. You can create post guidelines and see them right here. And it's also the top one that I've pinned. But so you could just follow through the steps. Make sure that this is a little small. I don't think it increases with yeah, it does. There we go. Make the title the name of your issue or branch or PR. So again, this is just because we have multiple use cases. And so I will just copy and paste this. I'll grab this so I can just copy the markdown. Grab this. More or less, hey man, following LinkedIn as well. So you stream. I'm also trying to teach myself to code, so it's inspiring. Hey, I'm glad I could do something for someone, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. What are you trying to learn? I'm curious. And how are you doing it? Learning how to learn is probably the most important skill anyone can learn. And I think learning how to learn different things in life is the challenge as well. So I was a musician previously, and I learned how to practice. And because, you know, you do that a lot with any art. And that's all this is too. But you just kind of have to learn how to do it in a different manner. So, actually, it's funny. He's not here anymore, but someone mentioned before about struggling with Flexbox. And so when I was working on Flexbox for like, I don't know, a few days, I would just create navigation bars using Flexbox. They weren't pretty. It wasn't great, but it was something that I could do. And then I found that I was able to do it pretty quickly with that repetition. And yeah, you could say like, oh, well, if you only did that, it's not like I would sit there and create 5 in a row, but sporadically through the day, I would jump into a code editor or CodePen even was really good for that, and just make a navigation bar that was responsive. And then it just felt like, okay, now I know how to do this. Coding isn't necessarily like music in the sense that you can like just repeat things and over. But again, finding how you can practice it and learn is super important. So again, what are you learning and how are you trying to learn it and teach yourself? Cardia blows outside the scope of my ticket, blah, 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 closes 91. Let's grab the link to my PR. And let's grab the link to the issue. And I'm a sucker for Markdown. I really am. All right, great. So I created that post, that forum post. Now it's here, and you can see it opens up for me. Now others with the Gridiron tag would have been tagged to it, and they come in here and see this. Again, the things I always like are, well, I like to get rid of the image previews, but always got to provide a link to it. And I provided a link to the issue as well here. And yeah, and you don't even have to be specific. Like in the past, I've literally just said, hey, this is ready for review, but you know, it works. Which is cool for graphic design. Another graphic designer. Interesting. That's fun. Again, the other person that was just in here, they had to go back to class, but they're doing graphic design. Transferred to website design through work experience, but want to jump more into dev. I've gone through HTML, CSS, and been on JS for a while now. I went through Free Code Camp initially, but I've been doing the Odin project. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I was on and still am on JS, and I don't think any of us will ever be off JS as web developers. For the most part. Obviously, there's other ways that we can do things, but if that's your track, that's fine. That's good. JS took me a long time, and I'm still not comfortable with it. Hell, I was just trying to implement state in my React thing, and I was just like, I haven't done this for a little while. Like, it's just something that I haven't done. So, yeah, that's awesome, though. I'm glad that you're doing it. The Odin project, I've heard a lot of really great things about, so that's pretty exciting. The best thing I could say, like, here, actually, I'll show you real quick. For JS, something stupid that I made to practice it was a stupid basic blackjack game and grid drawing, I called it. And so blackjack is super simple, and I actually want to go back and make this better. Obviously there's a typo and stuff, but like, so here you have 5 points. Do you want to draw again? You can see your cards that you have and your total. So you could choose to draw a card, and then, but the thing is here, you have no chance to say, nah, I'm good. So like, you're either going to win or lose. So like here, I can't say, oh, I'm at 18, I'm pretty good. Yeah, I lost because I didn't have a choice. But this was just a basic JavaScript project. And then Grid Painter, what I did, was you can click or tap the squares, and again, another typo. Jesus, Ryan. But just to fill it out. So it's like a little, you know, well, that's inappropriate, Ryan. I didn't even mean to do that. Yeah, this was like a stupid fun thing that I learned, right? And then you can just reset it, and it works. So like, I had ideas on how to expand this, but I just thought it was neat and fun. Yeah. So, all that's to say, don't feel like you have to make a super complex project to practice things. If you feel like you have some JavaScript fundamentals that you're struggling to maybe implement, just think of ways that you can do it. That's not just a to-do list. Like, I want to make a to-do list too. I genuinely want to make a better to-do project, but so many people have them. So, I've got ideas as well. As you can see, most of my projects are just websites, and that's something I'm trying to work on. But right now, with the 2 cohorts and some open source work, yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to be getting off here shortly, but let's take a look at what else I had to do for this current sprint. Of course, these are going to come back, and I'm sure there's going to be feedback. The last thing I have to do is this skeleton loader that we discussed. So I have the logo already. I just had to figure out basically that sort of animation because, whether it pulses or some of them like the skeleton. Actually, I showed it before on Shad CN. I don't know if you could tell from stream, but it's fading or getting lighter and darker. So I could definitely do that. No 24-hour stream. Man, 3.5 hours is long enough right now for just coming back. Holy. Hey, D Villard, CD Villard. Hello, hello. Thank you very much for the follow. How are you? Actually, I'm pretty sure I could just use. So the animation, the pulse animation is one thing. Like I don't want that necessarily. But it could work as a temporary thing. Oh no, that's pulse. There we go. See, they already have it built in, so that'll be very simple for me to do. That's awesome. Nice, dude. What are you working on, CD? Look at everyone. Leah, are you coding today or are you taking it easy? I also have to stop soon because it's getting very warm in my room and I don't have air conditioning. So, freelance project for a local client. Very nice. Nice. We love that. The other thing that I didn't get to today, which I will end up doing either off stream or just another day, is testimonials for my personal site, which I just had up. I've asked a couple people for testimonials, and I just feel like it would be good to add them to my site. So I'm going to just make a simple component for it. But I also want to tag into the GitHub API to grab their GitHub username and profile picture. And I would think maybe I could use LinkedIn as well. Actually, maybe I could use the LinkedIn API because, so fun fact, LinkedIn does have, they call them recommendations on there, but you can't just add your own, which I guess checks out for, you can't make fake testimonials, right? But so I asked James Quick for a testimonial after my work on deals for devs, and he willingly obliged, and I'm very thankful for it. He wrote it up, sent it to me, and then I went to add it to LinkedIn, and I found out you have to send them a message request to do it. And I was like, this is frustrating. So not only did I have to ask him to write it, I had to ask him now to go through LinkedIn and do it again. But I wanted to more than one place. So yeah, that'll be a quick and easy little component. But like I said, grabbing the API information is going to be more. And again, like at its first phase, just get it in there, get it on the website, and then I can go from there and expand it. Job hunting and vibes. Yep. Sounds about right, Dom. I had to apply to a job actually. Thank you for the reminder. Leah, you might learn some more Laravel. Nice. Well, it's funny you say that because more or less just recommended like being in JavaScript, and I was like, oh well, being a web developer, you're commonly in it. But then I thought of Laravel and PHP. So there's so many ways to do the same thing. It's pretty interesting. I definitely want to learn Laravel though. Word of mouth volunteer to update local dojo's website. Nice. That's sick. Full stack Java is a thing with Vaadin. Bruh, too many things. Too many things. Bro, that's wild. And like, don't forget you have like Maui and .NET, right? Like, there's the whole other side of things too. So like, you can create a website or web app with so many different languages. It's great. Yeah, Spring Boot is the one that I was thinking of from Java, which is great as well. So you have two ways of coding the UI using React and okay, this is using Spring Boot under the hood. It looks like, according to this right here. I want. Is this a okay? So this has like a component library and stuff. Okay, nice. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, you like Rails? I'll never forget when I first went to a meetup. Can you hear me now? It might help if I added my microphone to the scene literally called chatting. Anyway, so I was attending a meetup. There was a bootcamp grad that put on a presentation of his portfolio site that he built in Ruby on Rails. And this is no flame against bootcamp grads whatsoever, or boot camps. Like, I think boot camps are important. I think there's still missing parts in any sort of education system, which is why I'm so glad I'm in Gridiron Survivor with Shashi. It just, man, like, it wasn't a nice looking website. And not to say all bootcamp grads like have poor looking projects and stuff. But it just didn't look good. And I'm like, you're calling yourself a full stack developer. It looks like you didn't put any effort into the design. And like, yes, design is not necessarily engineers' work, but I felt like put something on it, like put some effort into it. And it was just, I'll never forget that. It was just, I don't know, man. It was weird. Not weird, but it was just surprising to see. Yeah, Ruby, like there's so many technologies I want to learn. Just not enough time. Oh, you have a nice view of my fucking laundry back there. I didn't realize that. That's good. That's good. Um, no, dot dash Meredith does all their content websites using a custom Java templating engine. I swear it's faster than anything they found. Interesting. No, I mean like Leah, this was bad, and I was like, it really made me think one way about, and I was like, is this the way all bootcamp devs are? I think it's just my biggest thing with boot camps and calling them full stacks is like you're rushing people through this educational system, and I don't know that rampant pace is enough to really call people full stack. Like I even struggle sometimes calling myself. You'll notice a lot of my stuff says full stack, or not full stack, front end web developer. But a lot of times I just feel like I'm a UX engineer right now, which means a couple different things. But yeah, I don't know. It's just super interesting. And, we use these job titles or labels to help distinguish what we're all capable of doing, right? Or comfortable doing at least, or maybe what you're looking to do. I just think it's an interesting thing. But, all right. I've been here for 3.5 hours. Yeah, actually in 3, 2, 1, 3.5 hours. With that, I definitely appreciate everyone hanging out. I appreciate the help from Todd earlier. Dom was great hanging out with you. Leah, CDs, thank you for coming in the follow. We got another follow from Moreless. I appreciate it. Everyone, seriously, it's been great. I'm glad to be getting back into it. All right, everyone. Have a good rest of your Saturday. I will be back sometime next week. I have to come up with a schedule of where I'm doing this. But yeah, it's been fun. Until next time. Peace.